What's up, guys? It's Drew from Next Level Skate coming at you with a quick pop shove tutorial today. Pop shove-its are still one of my favorite tricks, even after 5+ years of skating. They just look really good and they're super simple and feel great to do. And they're relatively easy to learn into grinds compared to most flip tricks. And yeah, they're just an all around great trick to have in your bag. So let's do a few and then I'll show you guys how to do them. All right, so for the foot position of this trick, I always tell people to stay in the middle of the board with your front foot. It makes it a little bit hard to get that shove motion with your front foot higher. So around here is always good. Maybe a little bit of tilt will make it a little bit more comfortable for you. And then for your back foot, I put mine in the very center of the tail, and that's because I put a lot of pop into this trick. It's more so a downward motion once you get super comfortable with it because you've done the shoving motion so many times. You're not really having to think about it as much. But when you're first learning it, you could put it a little bit more in the pocket to get that more shove it motion without as much height to the trick. So yeah, I would once you get on the board, it's going to look a little bit like this, right? And I really want to emphasize when you're doing this trick that you need to stay on your toes. It's really hard to do this trick if you're flat footed on the board. Staying on your toes is going to make sure that you're ready to catch it when it comes around and that you get that proper scoop. So if you've never done this trick before, my biggest piece of advice would be to find a deck that doesn't have trucks on it, or if you only have one deck, just take the trucks off of your deck and put it on the carpet. And just practice the motion of this trick, practice catching it under your feet. So, yeah, you can just put it on the carpet like this and just get some reps in. Just practice the motion, and over time, your mind and body will figure out how to do it basically without you even having to think about it. And you can do this without the risk of falling and busting your head open. So, for beginners, that's my top piece of advice. And if you're having any trouble learning how to do this trick, I highly recommend that you check what your shoulders are doing while you're trying it. A lot of times, beginners want to sort of open up their shoulders instead of keeping their shoulders parallel with the board while they're doing it. And this makes it a lot harder to isolate what you're doing wrong. And it also just adds a lot of difficulty to landing the trick in general. So, yeah, whenever you're trying this trick, double make sure that your shoulders are staying above the board and straight. And that about wraps up today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you guys have any tutorial suggestions or any topics you want me to cover in the future on this channel, let me know. And as always, please check out my website, Next Level Skate. That will be linked in the description below. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.